Yeah, no, I love Booster Gold. Booster Gold's such a weird.
Yeah.
I love the characters that have no reason to be around.
Back to bed. Go back to bed. Go back to bed. Yes. Sorry about that.
No, you're
it
like that's the.
is a very weird character, but like I would like watch that if like the whole
Right.
running gag of him just ducking things, like time
It's like,
traveling.
No.
Mm.
Right, it's like a character is literally like he is a nobody in the future, so he steals a suit and a robot to go back to the past to be a hero.
It's freaking awesome.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
He's the embodiment of the everyman.
You know, and underutilized and the in the DC. I think Justice League Unlimited used to be the best. I think that's where I first learned about the character and fell in love with it.
Put a pin in that. We'll come back to that.
Yeah, okay. All right. We'll come back to that.
Literally, what you just said, we'll come back to almost that entire thing.
Ooh, nice. That's fun. Great. We're gonna circle around.
Yeah, we'll come back around to this.
Come right. Maybe in like 4 episodes, as we usually do.
It will be this episode, but probably like later
on. Okay. Anyways, hello everybody. Welcome to an exciting new episode of Low Key on the We Love Shows Network. I'm your host, Harry, aka the Movie Target. It's gonna be an exciting episode. Granted, like, you know, it's only get 2/3 of us, but hey, 2/3 better than no thirds, right?
I mean, hey,
right?
All that means is that we can put all of our stuff in the beginning, and so when he gets in, he can just go in immediately, full rant, full rage. Rhinehold, come on.
Exactly. So as that voice you hear, it's the most famous laugh on the network. That is Vincent. He's here, hopefully it won't take up too much time.
Why is that?
You know how you are when you are allowed to, I don't know, talk about any of your hobbies. You kind of, I feel like it's like on the Big Show when we trigger Rhinehold with Trump. We could just get up and go get lunch and come back.
Right, as I put it, since I'm not diagnosed, I have some autistic tendencies to, when I get focused on something, just go.
I've been diagnosed.
I'm not diagnosed, but it's autistic tendencies.
This video gets 1,000 likes. We will force him to go get diagnosed.
And I just show up and like, oh, we thought you knew.
Your seat's right here.
We thought you knew.
Doctor's like, no, I've seen your episodes. Oh yeah. I've heard your podcast. No, you can't diagnose someone from a podcast. There's actual tests. It's not like astrology or any other pseudoscience.
What? Just because I'm an Aquarius, that means I'm special and different.
As an ENTJ, okay. Adult astrology. Of course, I worked a job where which loved working for this woman, but she based everything off of a Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs quiz on which dwarf are you.
I mean, okay.
Based everything like, which dwarf are you? Okay. You gotta know which dwarf you are. Pick your dwarf.
Teach their own. I mean, let's be honest. For a while there, before the writer became as problematic as she is, everybody asked like, "What house are you in?"
Man,
remember that?
Nope. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Which is like awful. It's like my daughter's school. They have like some mimic of that. They don't really claim it, and like they're blatantly still. I'm all for that. They change the names and everything like that. And it do really good things up for it. And I also do one thing, because one thing I was like worried about, because they put them in like their houses, right, that they're going to be stuck there, and I'm like, they're going to be like, cliques and gangs, but they're mixing them, right? But my daughter has been in the one house the entire time. Everyone else has been mixed around except my daughter. So she has been one solid color for the last 3 years, which is great for me because it's my favorite color, purple. So it helps me. Love doing this stuff. It's like, yeah, purple house, yeah. You know.
Oh man, it's just so funny because my brain, it's like if they didn't change the colors around you would be green, and you know it.
I know. It'll be fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It's perfectly fine. But no, yeah, it's all those different like things to which I get it because you're just trying to like understand like especially like people you're working with or doing things around. And which I discovered this thing last night, which I don't know if it's true. It was on a little YouTube podcast. I was looking things up. It was talking about like in Korean culture, South Korean culture, right? They would talk about when they get like young kids like that, their training thing, they would do this thing called MT, which is like employee training to get to know each other. So basically go out camping like in a suburban area, barbecue and drink and hang out to get to know each other, to find out the ins and outs of everybody. And I'm like, all right, that just seems like a recipe for disaster. No, it's cultural. Like I see that, but the idea of putting 20-somethings in the woods with alcohol and food, I don't know, man. I've seen this movie,
but you're also thinking in American terms because in their terms, especially if their boss is there, they
probably right.
They have to like show that they're worth their salt to stay a part of the company. Like, yeah, you get to know them, but they're like, how much are you really gonna know them? you get to know them a little more than it, but it's like, oh, my boss is over there. Yes, yeah.
They drinking too. They drinking too.
Oh, they drink it too, but they're not going to do everything else that would normally happen.
I don't know about that. You know, watching like when the boss was making the people do like making the guys do love shots. I was like, oh, so this is the that manager's thing. Gotcha. Which is the love shot, for the people who don't know, is that whole intertwine shot. You go around the arm and you do the
romantic drink.
Yeah, the romantic drink shot. Yeah. Which is, hilarious, right? Because drinking games with it, But anyways, no. It's but I get it because especially like my company we work with, we're 100% remote, so like our get-togethers, we try to get to know each other the best way possible. We try to interact with people because we know each other because we work with them, but like we don't get the good face-to-face. So excuse me. So it allows that get those things out.
It's one of those things when I'm sitting there looking at it, it's like I get where that comes from. Where you pick something that is culturally relevant that everybody knows, that you can glean something out of that person. So like if we're like, oh, what's your favorite Disney movie? Somebody will glean something out of that because everybody's seen a fucking Disney movie at some point in time in their lives. And then it'll be like, oh, so now I know what it is. We could talk about something. They have something in common in some sort of way.
Exactly. Yeah. What's your Disney movie? What's your what which MCU movie did you stop watching? When did you stop? And yes, the werewolf, the Wolverine, and the Deadpool. I said werewolf.
Werewolf. How dare you? Werewolf by Night was on Disney Plus, not in the theaters. How dare you?
Those little things that like helps people that like want to interact.
Right. It's like, who's your favorite superhero? And then if they say Batman, you go, okay, which version of Batman?
It's true. That is true. Yeah. It's the cool boomer that's like Adam West, and then it's like, all right, that boomer's holding.
You get the one where it's like, who's your favorite Batman? It's like, well, there was that time where Dick Grayson became Batman, so I really did like that story. Like, who the fuck's Dick Grayson? It's like, oh, never mind.
Uh,
Dick Grayson's Robin, and he became Batman. He had his own Robin, who happened to be Batman's son. Like, never mind. Then you
Never
get
mind.
that blank look. It's like, neat. I'm like, oh,
Neat.
all right. I'm just gonna put that down over there.
I know. I know. Just when somebody was like, "What's your favorite Batman movie?" Mask of the Phantasm. Easy clap.
Who's that?
Oh, you're in for a treat. You're in for a treat.
Good old Batman animated series.
This is for kids. Oh no, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. I was like, I find it hard to even show my 7-year-old any like Batman the animated series. Even though, like, I remember watching it. Sat there like, man, I don't know. It's kind of mature. Let's do something else. Let's watch something else.
So since we're talking about Batman, we can talk about Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll lead it to everything else I want to talk about.
Yeah,
because the Superman teaser trailer came out.
Yes, right? Yes, it did. Yes.
And while the trailer came out, and I thought it looked really nice,
mm-hmm.
I have some optimism towards it because James Gunn has done good movies.
Yes,
he's done some really good movies.
Yep.
And the fact that he just, for whatever reason, made an ensemble cast for the first Superman movie is also is hopeful, but also iffy on.
Yep.
Because it should be a Superman movie.
Right. Do you have enough time to do all these, introduce all these characters? Oh. Yeah.
And so the other issue, I had one other issue with the trailer, is that the acting for the guy who played Superman, I don't know if it was just how that trailer was cut or what, but he looked so stiff and robotic in some of his movements. I was like,
yeah.
Like, especially when he's talking to Pa Kent and he's just like, I was like, oh my, what is your acting right now, man? But with that ensemble cast, there's some interesting characters.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It is a decision to make the highest tier hero they show a B tier hero in Hawkgirl, and all the other ones like below that.
How?
Guy Gardner is C at best. He is C at best.
Still a lantern. Still a lantern.
He is the worst lantern.
Still lantern. Okay, still lantern. Okay. Mr. Terrific. Okay. All right.
I can almost guarantee you there are going to be so many people who have no clue who Mr. Terrific is. You know who it is because you watch the CW.
Yeah,
I know what it is.
And the animation. Yeah, and animation. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. But a lot of people are going to be like, who is that guy with the orbs? Who is that?
It's one of the smartest men on the planet.
Right. But people are like, who the fuck is that?
Mr. Terrific. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So, hey, which CW took their time setting him up, introducing him, and it really does feel like James Gunn watched the CW DC and was like, man, I want to do that. It's like, that took time, bro.
My brain says he's like, okay, we need an intelligent, tech savvy character, and we can't use Batman yet.
Right.
Mr. Terrific.
Technically, could use. Oh crap! Yeah, probably wouldn't let me use that. It's too dark. Can't it's hard to introduce anyone.
Right, especially if you're trying to be this bright universe with bring in with Superman.
God, man, yeah.
So,
and it's too early to bring in Henry, Mr. Steele. Yeah, Steele.
Right. Yeah,
it's too early.
There's so many characters it's too early to bring in, and it's like, but I'm hopeful. At least it looked interesting. They did Crypto, which is definitely. I did not expect that.
I didn't expect that either, and I want to, go for Crypto and. Nathan Fillion, who's going to carry this movie on his back like he does everything else.
Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner is fucking hilarious. That is amazing, and it's hilarious And it's one of those things of like, you have been rewarded by being the voice of Hal Jordan by becoming the worst Green Lantern Guy Gardner.
Which I don't know. Like if they just let him lean into it though and let him have fun with it, he will carry.
Oh yeah.
He'll carry.
He's gonna carry all the scenes he's in. He's gonna let him be the irrational fucking character that Guy Gardner is.
We'll find out.
It'd be great.
Yeah, it'll be great. It'll be freaking great. You know.
So,
and using that to show how good Superman is. Right. That's like the difference, like him being different than the rest of the superheroes.
Correct, and him having this different idea and compass of things, right?
Yes, yeah. If they use it that way, but we don't know if they're going to do that. We won't know.
Right. So, I watched that trailer. There's a lot of people who are super excited about it. If you go through and read the comments on the YouTube video, oh my god, some of those people's stories are like heartstrings. They're like, I wish my mom was alive to see this trailer because we bonded over the Christopher Reeves version of him, like Superman. Like people were like going in emotional connections with this, and my brain is like, I didn't know people like Superman like that.
Yeah,
my generation don't like Superman like that. They think of Batman like that, not Superman.
Yeah, besides Angry Joe, right?
Right, exactly.
I don't know any Superman fans.
Right, and like there are enough of the comic book people that watch it, like know Superman and understand what Superman is, and the best way to use Superman is to make him a beacon of hope and truth and justice.
Yep.
And when you purposely make him an evil or an asshole for no reason, it sucks. Like,
yes.
And another thought that popped in my brain is that watching that trailer, how amazing would that trailer have been if it was Henry Cavill? Right. If they didn't make Henry Cavill's Superman movie dark and brooding and he kills Zod, if Henry Cavill was this Superman, a joyous color Superman,
that'd have been so good.
Even Brandon Roth, who has like Superman Returns, who didn't stand a chance. So that movie's script was terrible.
And you're replacing, you're the next guy up. Oh yeah, you knew you were gonna.
Yeah. He didn't stand a chance.
Yep.
But he could probably worked in this too. But I'm also haven't seen it yet. Just judging off the trailer, that guy's acting might be way better than it is in the trailer.
Correct.
I hope so.
Correct. And there could be reason for the witness at the side, with more context.
And then the other thing that I thought about was one of the things that got brought up when on one of my comic YouTube channels, Comic Pop that I watch, and they do back issues and stuff. And this is something they brought up when the MCU was like starting to become like the thing, right? And it's, why doesn't the comic book industry capitalize on these fucking movies?
Nah.
Like, imagine when Infinity War came out, they went, guess what, guys? In the theaters, we're selling Gauntlet War, Infinity War, and Infinity Crusade together right there for you.
Just boom. Yep.
When you come in, you want to know what it's reference to? Do this. Why don't they just have a mention of it?
Yep.
And any of the things they're doing. And it's so crazy because this is the perfect opportunity, especially for DC. DC legitimately, like 3 months ago, started a brand new initiative.
Oh, okay.
Where
and they rebooted again?
No, not quite. They didn't reboot. They made DC Ultimate Universe.
Oh, okay. They made it all. They did their own.
They made a separate universe.
We could do that too.
Finally, they had never done it before.
Yeah,
and
I know.
The absolute universe, which is interesting because you actually get people in to want to see these characters
Mhm.
in a different way. But then also on top of that,
Mhm.
they decided, that thing that we did in the 90s, that cartoon show that everybody liked
Yeah.
called Justice League Unlimited?
Yes.
Let's just put that in the comics.
Everyone liked it.
They're doing a Justice League Unlimited comic book.
Fine, after all these years.
Right. They're basically, the Justice League goes, you know what? We should just make it bigger. We need more people than just us to be a part of the Justice League. So they made a massive space station for the Watchtower and just invited all the heroes to be a part of the Justice League, to be on Justice League Unlimited. That they're making Justice League Unlimited. And then and it's so hilarious because the special event that called DC All In that they started to start this situation, the alternate universe and the Justice League Unlimited, the main character is Booster Gold.
Okay.
The main character is Booster Gold, and he's Superman shows up. They in the comic they go, we're giving everybody membership cards, but the membership cards they specifically explain that using Terrificatech, Wayne Tech, Star Labs, and Ollie's company, I believe, infusing it with infusing it with Kryptonian and Hawk people metals, and using Wonder Woman and the mages to enchant it with magic. They basically made these super membership cards for all the members of the Justice League. Because it's also infused with the Speed Force. They use all of their things at their disposal.
Yeah.
It was constructed using John Stewart's Green Lantern ring and will to make them.
What the fuck?
They went out of their way to we are making these the most impressive and important thing. And then they're all right, we should go hand these out to people. And they're but they'll just go find the people they need to. And Superman's oh, there's some people we just need to go to directly. And he goes to Booster Gold directly and gives Booster Gold his card. And he basically was Booster Gold, when you're not being Booster Gold, the asshole, you're a great hero. without saying he's Superman, so he doesn't say it the same way.
But that Superman way, right.
And it's he gets the card. He's oh my god, this is the symbol of hope in the future. This is one of the things that are in the thing to show how hopeful the future is.
It's if I've only seen one of these under glass before, never got to touch one. That's awesome. Referencing I am from the future. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay.
And they do a whole but then they have the absolute universe, which is the other world that so the All In comic was really cool because it was half the Alpha issue and the other, and you flipped it over and it was the Omega issue following Darkseid.
Okay.
And it was a Darkseid story through things. And basically he's the driving force of the absolute universe. So it's all corrupted by Darkseid and his energy, which infected that universe. So the three characters they talk about in the All In issue, which they've already had several issues of them already, is that Superman showed up on Earth after he was already an adult.
Okay.
So he has no family, he has no human earthly connection. Wonder Woman, who grew up on Paradise Island in Themyscira, spent her whole life growing up in hell.
Okay.
Batman, his parents are teachers, and he's a civil engineer.
So he gets his parents. That's a good ending.
And if you look up Absolute Batman,
Yeah.
the memes are they made the Batman who lifts.
Okay.
He looks like a Frank Miller drawing now.
Batman. Sorry, I see this. Okay. Okay.
You see what I mean?
What is that?
He looks like a Frank Miller drawing now.
Oof.
He is all fucking muscle.
What is this? Oof.
And they did
I
like
don't have my money, but I have my muscles.
yeah, basically. Bro looks like he weighs 400 pounds of pure muscle.
Oof.
He looks like fucking Bane on Venom without the venom.
What is that? Anyways.
But you don't know any of that. No one. Like, I'm telling you this for the first time.
Yes.
You know nothing. You know nothing about Justice League Unlimited, any of that. You know,
I know about the TV show.
Right. You don't know about the comic that they're doing. But what you do know about is the Harley Quinn comic that was a pull the disguise fetish. That's what you know about.
I know about that. I do know about the fetish part comic, the scratcher stuff, yes.
But you don't know about all these things that they're like, for the first, like something that was literally 3 years in the making. They spent 3 years planning on how to make this work. They did a whole wide line initiative. They have a movie coming out in their universe. Nothing.
Why do they never tie the movies to a comic book line?
I don't know. And that's the thing that blows my mind is like they have these characters. They could literally pick any of the comics that represent these characters and go, boom, this is also a part of this too. You buy your ticket, you pay an extra like $3, you get the comic for it.
Correct. Like, even though because of the MCU, though, well, you've got to watch this movie and these Disney Plus shows, and it's like, how hard would it be to toss in like 5-10 comics? And be fun and actually be part of nerd culture because you have to pick up some comics and read those.
Right. It blows my mind that out of like all of the comic book things, the ones that care about the comics, they've gone out of their way to use the comics as an influence. It's fucking Marvel Rivals, a free-to-play fucking hero shooter.
Yeah.
Where literally like this character's costume came from this particular Punisher comic. Oh look, this first appeared in the Hellfire Gala. They're talking about Krakoa for the mutants, which is like a comic book only thing that nobody fucking knows about unless you follow the comics.
Man, the Hellfire Gala skins every year are going to be lit. They better be. And I want yearly skins. They'll probably get money out of me for that one. Like, oh, I got to get the 2025 Hellfire Gala skins.
And like the characters' interactions, like they only interact in ways that they would if they'd known each other for a long time. So there's a lot of characters that like most people have no idea who the fuck they are. That Moon Knight had a TV show, but if you play the game,
I watched it.
If you played the game and you see him interact with Cloak and Dagger and him going, you know the worst part about white suits, the blood. Am I right? You don't get that.
But you don't get any of that if you have you watched the Moon Knight show? Did you watch the?
No, I watched some of it. I watched like clips and pieces. But yeah, that's my point. Is that they don't get like that. Like this version is solely based on like a lot of the comics and heavily influence of these characters in the comic books. And then when you get skins that are like, oh hey, we released Mr. Fantastic and we made him the fucking Maker. And it was like, who's the Maker? Well, here's the comic he appeared in. Like, oh, but you can look it up and then like, oh, this seems interesting. Boom, now you can buy it and buy the trade paperback and read it.
Yay!
You know, it'd be really cool if they did that with any of the fucking movies. Any of them. Any solitary one. Imagine when they did Captain America Civil War. It came with Civil War. It came with Civil War. You could spend extra $5. It's like, cool, you got your ticket, but do you also want this copy of Civil War?
Oh, the Blu-ray. Can you imagine if the Blu-ray box set came with
Exactly,
the
came with
book,
one of the comics.
Civil War bookends? Or the Infinity Saga comes with Infinity the book.
Right, like all 3 parts of the Infinity Saga. I mean, like,
God,
they had they could, and it always, whenever we talk about comic books, it always comes back to like fucking anime and stuff. But because the manga get anime, people want to read the manga.
Right. Yes.
There is a reason why your library has all of the volumes of Dandadan.
Yes.
Randomly out of
it just appeared. Just immediately appeared. Yeah.
When the anime came out. When the anime came out, they're like, boom, bought it. We need this here.
Yep, exactly. And the thing is like I go from which to me, when it comes to anime, perfectly normal. Watch the anime, read the. Is there a little bit more stuff in the manga? Yes, but the story is just about the same. I'm not getting, like it's not taking a complete left turn when I finally get to the anime. I'm like, what are you talking about? That doesn't happen here,
And whenever they do that, it's usually for the better.
Correct. Yeah, it's because they have time in the book to flesh something out, or like that really doesn't work if you have them move around and animate. That kind of doesn't really work that way,
right?
Or
like you have a fight scene, and now you can make a fight. Now you can actually choreograph a fight scene that works in a way that's better than in the visual medium of paper.
Correct.
Movement changes how things work.
Yeah. There's different things that happen, and also in the One Piece ones, there's like, well, like I can't do that in the manga because it's just 2D, but this where I could do this with animation. This is what this fight really supposed to look like in the head.
Right. But it's like they have so many comics. Like even if they just pick ones that everybody knows, if you attach it to something,
but the thing is
will buy it.
So like I remember the first Spider-Man movie, right? They did that. Now they gave you like a Spider-Man comic when you watched it when you came on opening night, which was great, but it wasn't the story that you're going to go watch. It was like a Spider-Man, it was the Spider-Man origin story, but it's not the one I'm watching on the screen. Not even close. Other than he got bit by a spider, Uncle Ben died. Spoiler: Uncle Ben dies. Anyways.
Oh my God, my poor brain! Why would you spoil that? I wanted to be surprised. No, I wanted to be surprised.
God, man.
But even then, it's like even if it isn't the same story, if this is what inspired us to do this, and then even if it's steeped in fucking continuity like Civil War is, people will still think it'd be interesting.
Correct. Yeah. By the way, I got to get my Norman Osborn cosplay done. Now that I'm represented inside the Spider-Man, I can play Norman Osborn. Gonna be great.
Right, but like it's so important that all of these things get represented, that people actually go back and look at these things and read them and watch them and see what these creators are making, because there's no MCU if there was no Marvel Comics.
Correct. Now I dare try to use the term culture appropriation of nerd culture and not trying to honor it by like, this is the thing that it came from.
Right. And they always keep pulling from the comics.
Correct.
Like, that's like, imagine how many more people would be receiving some of the changes that they're making currently in the MCU if these characters were shown and like the comics that they're in were promoted, so people knew about them.
Yep. And start caring about them, build them back up, flesh them out all the way. Well, yeah, we understand, like, yes, that you really didn't like Echo because we had a very small time, but we've got 5 comics over here that you could read these real quick and I'll flesh this out a little bit more for you.
Right. It's like, or hey, we we're doing a Hawkeye show. So what we're gonna do
Mhm.
before the Hawkeye show comes out, boom, here's a Hawkeye collection
You need to read.
that's connected to that.
Correct. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Um,
I probably
imagine
would
when
have
they
accepted it more if I'd have got more Hawkeye Christmas with the Family movie. What I thought I was going to get. That's the movie I thought I was going to get.
right. So if you knew what it was going to be going forward, and you're handed there's a comment that connects was like,
Yeah.
hey, here's the story that they're pulling from, or if like,
Mhm.
hey, we wrote a new story that goes with this as a compendium to this, but it's not necessary. It just helps.
Yeah. Yeah. I want it Jingle All the Way with Hawkeye. Okay. That's what I wanted. All right. It's not what I got. I was lied to. But no, it's because it's just like a lot of the I'm reading a book right now and they're because they're I've gotten a book with some of the people in my group chat for the yoga group chat because it's going to become a movie and they're like, we'll read the book, we'll go watch the movie together, which is great. I am enjoying this book other than there's our scene that I'm stopped on. I'm like, oh, no one said anything about this. There's no warning about this.
What book is this?
It's called The Nightingale.
Okay. Cool. I thought they were trying to put you down a really dark path of reading Colleen Hoover and making you want to rip your own eyes out with terrible romance.
No. I have told them I'm not reading any romance. Yeah, no
Good.
romance books.
Good.
You know? Not again. Not again.
But yeah, no, it's just like one of those. If they have the catalyst to make this popular again, right? It's
right.
so niche now.
Yeah, we have comic book stores that are closing around the country. One of the YouTubers, he's very Gary from Neurotic, very famous because he had to close his shop down because all the stuff that was going on from no one buying the comics,
right? And it's like when you have all these comics that people are going out of their way to create new characters or build this world that you can engage with instead of just ripping them out of context and go, boom, here's an Ironheart movie. Like, who the fuck is Ironheart?
Right.
Most people are like, what the fuck's an Ironheart?
Yeah, what the fuck's an Ironheart? Yep, exactly.
At least when Iron Man came out, people had a general concept of who Iron Man was,
yeah.
even though he was lame and boring and nobody liked him.
I know, right? I thought Iron Man was cool, but
like that, and that's the thing that like really, really blows my mind is how much they're not learning from how they even started. The reason the MCU worked is like, here's what we did: we took our D-list team, the Avengers.
Damn, the D. That is true.
The D-list team, the Avengers.
That is true.
And built movies around these characters.
That's true. If you told me I could call any Marvel supergroup to save my life, I would not call the Avengers.
X-Men.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
100%. It would have been X-Men.
Depending on the threat,
Doesn't even matter. I don't care. X-Men deal with aliens.
That's true.
They hang out with the Shi'ar Empire.
Right, which not putting that in with the Guardians of the Galaxy or having like Wakanda represented out there, the outposts, which would have been hilarious. Like they would have had Quinn up there, getting more music from Earth. The Wakanda outpost.
Let's go. I needed another mixtape. Let's do this. But yeah, it's like
the only place I can get batteries from.
Yeah.
This is good. Oh, man, but no. That requires forethought and have to play.
Right.
I have to play with other people, which that also gives me hope with James Gunn because he's in complete control.
Right.
I hated that they made the CW DC Arrowverse end because they don't want to like cause any confusion. I kind of get that, but the thing is, like they did what all of you guys are doing with a shoestring budget. They've done what you guys want to do. Introduce, B characters, fleshed out other characters, created new ones, spawned all these things out.
I remember when I was really into the Arrowverse.
Yeah,
I got through
it was
like
expensive. It was
most of
expensive
season 3,
because
and then I just kind of stopped.
they started introducing all these characters and started very expensive, and it was kind of neat seeing all these people around. And you know, I don't know but you also notice how the world starts getting goofy because like it started out, you watch season 1, like it's just literally some guy with an old ass bow and arrow, and then he's like, well, now we've got the Flash here, so we're gonna let Green Arrow have every fucking goofy arrow we get our hands on.
Right. Honestly though, here it does suck that they ended it, but the Flash needed to end like 4 seasons ago.
Oh, 4 seasons ago, yeah, easily,
at least,
yeah.
Because it's like, how do we solve this issue? Barry just runs that little bit faster.
Got him. And they just kept releasing more speeches, which I get it. That is a Flash thing. There's supposed to be all these different speeds around, but it's like you can't.
It's even in the comic books, it's so hard for them to write all of the Flash family doing stuff because it's like, how do you differentiate a fight between 4 people that just run really fast?
Right. Right. You know, like now there's gonna say there's time travel, and then there's all these. It's like, okay, all right, calm down.
And here's the other thing:
with shows getting expensive.
Here's the thing about the Flash. The fact that it's always Barry Allen makes no fucking sense. And here's why. Barry Allen died really early on. Wally West was the Flash till like 2000.
Justice League Unlimited. Wally.
It's Wally. It's Wally.
Yeah, it's Wally. Yep.
He was the Flash forever. Then one guy goes, I like Barry Allen. I'm going to bring him back to life. And now he's the most important. They did the same thing with Hal Jordan, too.
Yeah.
Oh, Hal Jordan became evil, killed all the Green Lanterns, and then they had to defeat him. Well, I liked Hal better, so I'm gonna bring him back. And he was brainwashed, so it's not. He wasn't evil. Like fucking goddamn it.
Man, if any luck, we'll get Phil Lamar voicing Jon Stewart over the phone. It's like, we have a lantern here. Which one? Oh no. I'll be there. I could be there in. Okay, give me a second. I'm really far out.
He's like, shit.
Which one?
Oh my god.
Does it matter? Yes.
Yes, it does.
Nah, you guys are all the same. Click. What?
He goes, is it the pilot, the artist, or the asshole?
Can you fly a plane? Yeah, I could try. Yeah, I think it's the pilot.
It's like, I'll be right there.
Thinks it's the pilot. God, no. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Oh man, that's hilarious. But yeah, who knows?
Yeah, it's just sad to know that they have this massive platform that they could easily rise the tides of their thing that is giving them the thing that makes them millions of dollars.
Yep.
Millions upon millions upon millions of dollars. And I have to go to a free-to-play fucking hero shooter to get actual interactions with the characters I want to hear about. The fact that they made the Invisible Woman so disgusted with Namor as a person is hilarious.
Oh, that's awesome.
So fucking funny. And he's like, oh man, all this, like, you and I could just leave together. We could conquer the world together. She's like, my husband saves the planet more times, if not the same amount as you failed to conquer the planet.
Oh man. Oof, the shade.
Oh man. And like when he uses his turrets and she hits him, she's like moments she's like, oh, I thought Namor couldn't get any worse. It's just like shitting on him over and over and over. It's so funny. And I agree. Susan. Oh, it's even better because like Namor goes, "Hello there, Sea Storm." He goes, "It's Richards." Oh, it's so fucking funny.
That's awesome. I love it.
Right, and then like you do, and they build on the comic book stuff. Mr. Fantastic has an interaction with Squirrel Girl where
Mhm.
where he's like, "Didn't you have a degree in computer science?" She goes, "Yeah." He's like, "Have you thought about using your brain to save people instead?" She's like, "Yeah, I thought about it, but then I remembered I beat Thanos with just a squirrel, so I think I'll be fine."
God.
Yeah, this.
God, I want that. Come on, Pedro Pascal. Get that in the movie. Get that in the movie.
And like another one, she's like, he's like, we're here to save the world. She's like, "I hung out with Galactus once, and you don't see me bragging about it." He goes, "You literally posted it on social media, tagged everyone. By the way, Silver Surfer doesn't have a tag, but he could probably use the power cosmic to get on the internet wherever he wants to, but that's not the point." It's like, I was like, can I just have more of this?
That's awesome.
Right, and then that's the stuff that like why I like really enjoy the game because they actually like care about these fucking characters in some way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
Oh man.
and like Reed just being a wet blanket all the time on it, and Wolverine is just like he's talking to Mr. Fantastic. And he's like, "Oh, you can't be able to do this." He's like, "My bones are made of adamantium." It's like, "Oh, that thing he used is made of the same material as adamantium." He goes, "Well, that's one way to make a man feel less invincible."
God, what is this game? What is this game? So yeah. So there's tons of. So they're constantly making more and more lines. So it does.
It's
Yeah.
making everybody connect together, which is really fun. But it's just it makes you simple fact that they do it and they also reference the comic books. They tell you which comic it's based out of. People can actually get it, and they use comic book accurate stuff to throw it in there. Like the fact that they gave
What
the Invisible Woman that Malice skin, which is something that happened in the fucking 60s.
What American studio is doing Marvel Rivals?
Oh, it's not American. It's NetEase, of course. How dare. Right? But it's I just wish that they used what they have to make the things that they base it off of out there more relevant, more people see it more and more and more.
Yeah.
Because if they do, hey, with this Superman movie, we're starting the Justice League, read Justice League Unlimited.
Yep. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I could pick this up.
Like, all right, cool. They're building towards this.
Yeah.
They have a perfect opportunity with the Fantastic Four movie. Want to know why? The next big event in Marvel, Doctor Doom becomes Sorcerer Supreme. And changes the world based on him being the Sorcerer Supreme.
They could do it. They won't.
Right. And it's like, hey, if you really like this, check out this event featuring Doctor Doom.
But they won't.
I know.
Yeah. And they'll prevent you. And they'll prevent you from doing anything like that. You know, trying to do anything creatively like that. And they God, it's just the people with the key. Sometimes they give the people the keys to the kingdom that really shouldn't just have it.
Well, I mean, it's also one of those things is when you have a runaway success and them not understanding what made it successful.
Right. And giving it to people who I'm sure you've seen the super cut when they're going through all the directors. Like, no, I've never read the comics. Right. No, I told us not even to read them. I'm like, what the fuck?
And then when you compare it to like the Deadpool movie, especially the first Deadpool movie, where Ryan Reynolds literally leaked content to get people to get behind his movie to make it.
Yep.
And it's like people really love the movie because it played with Deadpool as a real character and treat him like he would in the comics.
Oh, and the X-Men one was like, this all this every time we go, this is like, this is the X-Men I get. Ooh. That's hilarious. This whole house is the only two here.
And then closing the door on him.
Yeah.
Closing the door.
Hilarious. And the simple fact that they don't do any of that in the regular MCU, which would have been hilarious with them walking around, especially like I think it was like SNL, right, did the skit on the Civil War where Thor's trying to get in, like, Thor here, you're doing a Civil War. That's hilarious. Can't believe SNL did it, and not in their MCU as canon there. That would have been hilarious. You guys have a war.
Like, why can't I be a part of it? I love fighting. You had a giant man. I want to fight the giant man.
Hilarious. It could have been fun. So it was like, well, Hulk wasn't here, so we thought it was unfair for you to be here. All right, it's fair. Something.
Fine, I guess.
Yeah, I know.
Like, having these characters work together, like, show them as a world.
Right.
And they tried to do that later on after they started at Infinity War, and when they all started interacting.
Right. Yeah.
Which blows my mind when they could have did it so many times before.
So many times. And after. Because after that, it's just we don't talk to them anymore.
Right. It's like Civil War happens. And then what happens? Well, Spider-Man hangs with Iron Man, and then T'Challa does his own thing.
Right.
You're telling me that there was a threat to Wakanda, and he didn't reach out to the fucking Avengers to help him?
I don't know. Seems kind of sus. It would have been a great power up if they could have pulled in Hawkeye, like, yeah, your arrows. We got something better. What? You keep running out. So
who made you this?
What? You will no longer run out. You keep running out. It is trash. We make fun of you constantly in Wakanda.
You wish your bow and arrow was like our bow and arrow.
Yeah. It's like, what? There's a show called Hawkeye Runs Out. Yeah, here, watch. Everyone loves the show. He runs out. It's like, which be hilarious because it gets like some in like white face. See, white face. What? No, I'm just trying to portray.
Oh my god, that would be even funnier because it's like that happens after Bucky stays there. So they have Bucky playing Hawkeye.
Yes.
And he's like, is that Winter Soldier? Don't ask questions.
They just got him in a whole bunch of shows on the screens, and they're going around.
Him being different Avengers.
Different one. He just keeps playing them all. Oh man, the Bucky Black Widow would have just been too much. How'd you get him in that spandex? That's not spandex.
The sun's getting real low, big guy.
Oh my god. Oof.
Better world building.
Better world building, yeah. But yeah, they won't do anything like that,
But it's, again, I wish, because like they're trying to do with this next generation of characters in the MCU by pulling D-list characters and trying to bring them in like they did with Iron Man.
Yeah.
But the issue is Iron Man's not a D-list character anymore. And you've already made movies of A-list characters, and you're getting the Fantastic Four,
Yep.
And the X-Men, who the fuck cares about the
Right.
Young Avengers?
I don't care. I don't care about any of the Young Avengers.
You're telling me that I get to have fucking Wolverine? I get to make fun of Cyclops again?
Mm-hmm.
Please.
Again!
I beg of you.
Again!
Cyclops is the best character to make fun of because he's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
he's just a dude who shoots punch beams out of his eyes.
Whoa. X-Men 97 showed how awesome Cyclops can be.
He shoots punch beams out of his eyes, Harry.
He, like, landed with his beam on his neck. Okay. Which I always thought. But, you know, Cyclops, you know. It's leader of the X-Men. Well, sorry. White privileged leader of the X-Men, because we all know who the real leader of the X-Men is.
I mean, obviously, it's Storm. But even when he's not there, you know who they make the leader after Storm? Emma Frost, the person that can turn into fucking Diamond.
Well, because she could just stand there.
Exactly. She can turn to fucking diamonds and not die.
Yeah, I'm just gonna blink. You missed.
At least Professor X has the decency not to be on the field when he can get fucked up.
I can't talk to you anywhere on the planet. Why the heck would I go there in person?
Cyclops is the leader. He's great. He's like, no. Cyclops got grandfathered into the X-Men. Let's be honest. The original X-Men were a woman with magic powers, with telepathy, a dude made of ice, a hairy man, a white dude who shoots beams out of his eyes, and a guy with wings.
Yes. Honestly, I would go with the guy with wings.
And then you bring in man who could be made of steel, woman that can control the weather, and guy who has a healing factor and metal bones.
Yep, that could heal as the sword goes through his neck and put it back.
And Cyclops is still the leader. Is like, bruh, no, you're not.
I can't stand for this, Scott. Watch your second go around me, Summers. Slander.
How dare you? Just because he willingly married and impregnated a clone of Jean Grey.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, come on. How'd you not know? It's a clown. What do you want me to do?
How dare you?
Okay, all right. Now
it's not slander.
Okay, yes. He
it's
also
white privilege.
Yeah, both Jeans and Emma Frost. Yeah. Now, see, if they would have did that in X-Men 97, you know, showed Cyclops clapping everybody's cheeks.
He got grandfathered into the X-Men.
Yep.
If you had to start an X-Men brand new, Cyclops would be C tier.
Wasn't that Pete Holmes did the whole like kicking people out? You know, I'm kicking you out of the X-Men. That was funny. It was like, Wolverine, I'm kicking you out. Why? Our main villain controls magnetism. We don't need you. Like, and you smell funny.
Like, you can be a part of the team, just you can never fight Magneto. What?
Yep.
Never.
Never.
You and Colossus stand over there.
Yep. It's like, and then it was like Gambit, like I can make, you know, like I use my, cause like I've got guns and grenades. You're useless. Get out of here. Guns and grenades. Get out of here.
So I wish people use his powers more than what they actually can be.
Oh, yeah, like an X-Men 97.
It's like, cool. I just make this whole thing explode. What do you mean?
Yep.
Potential to kinetic.
Yep.
It all
So,
explodes.
yeah, do you see all the people like complaining when like he charged Wolverine's adamantium? It was like comic nerds been asking for that for years. It's like, wait a minute, technically that worked.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got the healing factor, like boom, man, heal.
Right. It's like,
don't care.
boo, boo.
Don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care.
Imagine he's charged with Gambit and a fastball special.
Oof.
You literally throw a nuke that can keep fighting.
once it gets there, ooh, and it's still spinning. Yep.
But yeah, it's just like, I don't know what the future holds for these movies. I hope they're good. I'm optimistic about Superman.
Yeah.
That's the best way I could be. I could be optimistic. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be good. I'm optimistic. Hopefully, the main actor isn't as wooden as that teaser showed.
Hopefully.
I hope they do good things with the Fantastic Four.
Me too.
Because they're actual characters that people like. And the bar is so fucking low for the Fantastic Four. It is so fucking low.
How many awful Fantastic Four movies have we had? Like what, 4? Has it been 4, right?
I think it's 4.
Yeah, because like
the really old one.
Yeah. Oof. The Jessica Alba ones is about as old as I'll get. I'm not talking
there's
about,
one before that.
I don't want to talk about that one. But yeah, that one. I remember watching that movie and going like, the Fantastic Four is only solving all the issues that they created. Right. They're not heroes. All these problems they made. If they weren't here, these problems would be here.
And we got the Fan 4 stick.
Oof. Oof.
Oh God. Poor Michael B. Jordan. He didn't deserve to be in that movie.
Yeah, he didn't deserve that at all. He
deserved to be in that movie.
It's okay.
But yeah, I just hope that they at least attempt to get other things involved. Make people want to read your comics. Yep. Be more like Marvel Rivals. Be more about like a free-to-play hero shooter and make your characters people want to interact with.
No, yeah. And I don't think they will, because they have these massive egos where it's only thing about it is what they're doing, not what anyone else.
They're not going to, and it's gonna be sad. We're gonna get like another Michael Fassbender Magneto, and I'm gonna be like, just keep Wolverine Henry Cavill. Just do that. They teased it in Wolverine and Deadpool. Just keep that. It's fine.
Yep. And finally shut down. That movie did finally shut down that we don't need comic accurate height Wolverine. You know what? I changed my mind.
Look at you. You're comically accurately tall.
You know what? We don't actually need this. This for some reason doesn't work. What? That doesn't work. I don't like this. This just doesn't work in the makes sense.
They're gonna fuck up Storm. I have a feeling they're gonna fuck up Storm.
Oh yeah, you know they're gonna.
And like I'm sitting there thinking, like, that's gonna be one of the characters they're gonna people piss the fuck off.
They're gonna get somebody who is popular to play Storm, who won't have the sound, the gravitas, the presence of Storm.
She is a literal queen. Mm-hmm. She becomes the queen of Wakanda. She's a queen.
Yep.
I agree. They wanna don't no. No. She's already Mary Jane. Just let it be.
Yep.
Exactly. What they don't need to showcase their creativity. Give us the characters we fucking want.
Right. Yeah, that made this thing and brought it to the it's exactly but it's that same reason why video game movies half the time suck.
Right.
Because they're like, I don't want to do this, and they just don't know how to do it. But like somehow Sonic keeps working, but
that's mostly because
There's no like big RPG element in Sonic.
There's no plot to Sonic. Sonic is run from point A to point B.
Yeah, here they brought. Do think it's a chance storm? Oh my god, no! It's crew. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want it. I don't want it. Stop. Get some help.
So does that mean? I'm just saying we could then might as well Tom Holland Wolverine.
Let's be honest. If they're gonna put him as anything, it'll be Cyclops.
Nah, Tom Holland Wolverine, guys. Let's do it.
No. What they're going to do is like, you know what we need to do? Michael B. Jordan Wolverine.
Oh, I got AI working on it. It looks good. Got AI working on it right now.
I mean, it also depends on who's casting it. You know, we might get a Kate Blanchett's Jean Grey.
No, stop it. Oh man. No.
What? You don't want Kevin Hart Bishop?
Countess Vaughn Storm. Oh gosh. Oh my god. Oh god, no. No.
Man. Can't wait for the Rock Colossus.
Oh no. Cat Williams Beast.
Oh man.
I actually would watch that. I'm sorry.
Charles Barkley is Professor X. He's like, I want it.
I'll hear it out.
Like, hear me out. I'll take it.
I'll hear it out. Okay, I'll hear it out. LeBron James, Mr. Sinister.
Yeah.
Or just give it to Diddy.
That's too on the nose. That's too on the nose.
Yeah. But no.
Man.
The LeBron James, Mr. Sinister would just be so dull, just walking around.
Oh my god. I love just doing shit casting for things. So it'd just be so funny to see them do this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Peyton Manning, Magneto. He's already got the helmet. That's mean. I'm sorry.
How dare you? Peyton Manning would not be Magneto. Come on.
Okay.
Storm. Come on.
Well,
it's obvious. Right there. It's right there.
Oh man. All right. Okay. This episode's getting way too long. We're getting now like slap happy. This was a very fun episode. I had a blast. Did not get to talk about reason why I put Frieren in the title is because I've been waiting for this book to show up in my library, and it finally showed up.
Yeah,
I'm exactly happy. So I put down the Spy X Family manga and jumping back into Frieren, right? Which is really great because I finally got to volume 2, which kind of neat. It's neat. I finally picked up the other hero with the axe. What is his name?
Mr. Stark.
Stark. Which is hard for me to keep remembering his name because Stark, I've been learning German, so Stark, it's an adjective, it's hard. So like it's kind of like it runs through my brain, just kind of like boop.
Oh, is it the adjective for hard in German?
Stark.
Yeah,
hard. Yeah, tough, hard. Stark.
Just think about it like that. He's kind of a bitch, so he's the opposite of that.
Oh. Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. You haven't gotten to Frieren showing her disdain for monsters yet. It's hilarious.
Did watch her like want to kill a dragon just because she wants to sip and spell fucking set so she can see through clothes.
Frieren's great. That's how you write a flawed, powerful character.
But yeah, Hey, I'm still reading, still enjoying it. So yeah, can't wait to get through that. Thank you for everyone who listened to this episode. If you made it this far in this episode, you're a true key holder, and I thank you. You could listen to anything else in the world, but you decided to listen to this, and you're an amazing person. This is a live podcast recorded at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For the 300 of you guys who download this every week, I would like for you guys to come out and hang out with us live, but it's okay. I completely understand. This is the podcast network. Most people like things on podcasts. I get it. You need something to listen to at work. You guys can listen to us at any time you like. You can, if you do want to listen to us live, you can watch us on youtube.com/We Are Libertarians and on twitch.tv/we are libertarians with the letter R. That's about it. You want to say anything? I'm gonna hit end stream. Not just say
read
goodbye.
fun things. Read good things. Good things are good to read, and don't let them destroy the things that we love.